Welcome to the official podcast of the Grammy-nominated record label Metta Mindfulness Music, where we discuss how the ancient wisdom and neuroscience of our sound healing music can improve your health, well-being, and transform your life into an inspired, positive experience. I'm your host, Pete Cerdan, and this week we are continuing our series on our album 6 Healing Sounds, discussing the fire element from the traditional East Asian medicine practice of Qi Gong. You are currently listening to our music track titled Fire from the 6 Healing Sounds album by Yuval Ron, which was composed in the key of G, utilizing the same tonal assignment as the healing sound of fire from ancient East Asian wisdom traditions, as well as incorporating vocal recordings of the sound as well. Activating the fire element is tied to the health of the heart, reducing symptoms of insomnia, mental restlessness, poor memory, depression, and relieving impatience. These practices of Qi Gong demonstrate how ancient wisdom has known of the healing potential of sound vibration long before any modern scientific discoveries. Quoting from the research article, Sound Yoga, Ancient Wisdom or New Age Nonsense, by Bob Shingleton, the theories of relativity were anticipated thousands of years ago. Music is not just notes being played, it is pulses of highly complex energy, the impact of which on the human body is not fully understood. Sound is vibrating energy that interacts with everything, sentient and inanimate. Read the full article at our website, www.mettamindfulnessmusic.com. That's Metta with 2 T's. Now, we will listen to the subsequent excerpt from a seminar given by the president and executive producer of Metta Mindfulness Music, Dr. Richard Gold, discussing the fire element, its impact on the heart, and a demonstration of breathing and stretching exercises you can practice, pressure point openings, as well as dietary habits and herbal remedies to support your heart health and manage a restless mind.
So wood feeds fire. There's actually 4 main energies associated with the fire. The heart is the primary one, and the small intestine is secondary. Something called the pericardium, the heart protector. And at the end, I'll introduce you to the concept of the triple warmer, which is also part of the fire element. So as I read through here, share with you, let's bring our hands over our heart. It's on our left upper chest area. Send love to our heart. Boy, does our heart work hard for us too, beating constantly, thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Never stops, even when we sleep. The healing sound is going to be ha. It's in the key of G. We want to breathe in love and joy, happiness, honor, sincerity, creativity, and enthusiasm, and let go of impatience, arrogance, hastiness, cruelty, and violence. We want to affirm that you are appropriate, you are responsible, and you are loving. So we're actually going to do the mirror image of what we did for wood. We're going to breathe in, coming up. We're going to interlock and rotate. And this time we're going to lean to the side lateral stretch to the right, opening up the area of the heart. And then as we exhale, we're going to come forward and we float our hands down, going, Okay. One more time. Breathing in. Interlock, rotate, side lateral stretch to the right, and coming up, exhaling. Great. So we learn that the heart regulates blood circulation and blood vessels. It's responsible for even and regular pulse and nourishing of the arteries. It influences our vitality and our spirit. The sensory orifice of the tongue is the tongue that relates to the heart. And the health of our complexion is a reflection of how healthy our heart and how fluid and vital the blood of the body is. We say in TCM or Chinese medicine, East Asian medicine, the heart has a close relationship with the brain and mental consciousness and memory. Something we call Shen in the medicine, which is the spirit. So the heart, because of the tongue, governs speech. And also when the heart is full and robust with blood and energy, it helps with our sleep. So when we have dysfunction, we have mental restlessness, poor memory, lack of joy, depression, anxiety is listed here, but I think lack of joy is a better way to look at it. And people that have a heart type, the depression or lack of joy, they may speak slowly or have trouble speaking from the heart. And I mentioned insomnia again. One telltale sign we see about a blood and heart dysfunction is what's called inappropriate laughter. When in a dialogue with a friend or a client, in my instance, when they talk about things like, they'll say, my parents really never loved me. That's inappropriate laughter. And that's a sign of an injury to the heart. When the heart's out of balance, we see lack of enthusiasm, lack of vitality, the mind jump, monkey mind all the time, despair, and again, this lack of sleep. Long-term memory issues. Sometimes excessive dreaming is related to excess in the heart energy or stagnation. Here's some foods that are good for the heart. The leafy greens are very good, kale and collards and spinach. They're good, especially steamed more than sauteed, and even unless they're immature, they shouldn't really be eaten raw. Whole grains, the fatty fish with the omega-3s, walnuts and almonds, the chia seeds and flax seeds and hemp seeds. Olive oil appears in a lot of places being beneficial. The berries are good for the heart. The avocados, garlic, beans, well cooked, dark chocolate. And green tea. These are all foods that are good for the heart in moderation. Everything in moderation. A very important point I want to share with you is the point heart 7, which actually has this word Shen. Its name means spirit gate. We'll see a closer diagram visually, but it's here on the wrist on the little finger side. And interestingly, there's actually a Shen Men point in the ear, which has been shown in research to increase endorphin release in the brain. And we see that this point nourishes the heart, calms the emotions, relieves anxiety, soothes worries of a troubled mind. It's a very important point for sleep, for helping with sleep. It helps support mental clarity. And if speaking publicly is a concern, one thing to do actually is just hold heart 7 as you speak or as you're getting ready to speak. I have done this over the years. Again, it's on the little finger side. In this little depression right at the wrist crease, it's on both sides. Very valuable point that we use in treatment. One of the things we can do as practitioners, sometimes we put magnets on these points, we put little seeds that can be used for stimulation. We have a lot of techniques that we can use in the modern practice of this medicine. A really nice formula for nourishing the heart is a formula called Gupitan. Huibewan is another name for it. And the longanberry, which is actually just a fruit that can be used as the dried fruits, very delicious, is an important herb in this. And this formula nourishes the heart. It helps strengthen the Qi, tonifies blood, and it also works to help the earth element, which we're going to see is the next element. And so we strengthen the heart, and some of that energy helps with the spleen or earth energy. You'll see that rarely do we use single herbs in Chinese herbal medicine. It's usually therapeutic synergistic combinations, and each of the herbs has different roles in the formula, energetically, flavor-wise, and in harmony within the whole formula. It's a very, very complex and beautiful system of medicine.
If you'd like to practice the breathing and stretching exercises demonstrated by Dr. Gold here, we highly recommend you download the accompanying music track, Fire, composed by Yuval Ron, available under the Stress Relief tab on our website, www.mettamindfulnessmusic.com. That's Metta with 2 T's, or follow the link in the description below. Also, if you'd like to gain an even deeper knowledge of this healing practice, feel free to download our full meditation course on the topic, The 6 Healing Sounds of Qi Gong, also found on our website under the Meditation Courses tab. Thank you for joining me for this week's episode of the Metta Mindfulness Music Podcast. We look forward to diving even deeper into how the ancient wisdom and neuroscience of our sound healing music can improve your health, well-being, and transform your life into an inspired, positive experience in future episodes. If you'd like to download and listen to our high-quality sound healing albums and meditation courses, please visit our website, www.mettamindfulnessmusic.com, or click the link in the description below. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. In addition, please follow the podcast on both Spotify and Apple and leave us a review. If you have any questions or comments from today's podcast, please put those in the comment section on YouTube and we will reply to you promptly. If you're not already following us on social media, our handle is @MettaMindMusic on all platforms. There, we share all of our most recent releases, upcoming events, curated playlists, and more happenings not discussed on the podcast. This show is executive produced by Dr. Richard Gold and our creative director, Yuval Ron. I'm your host, Pete Cerdan, and I look forward to being with you in our next episode of the Metta Mindfulness Music Podcast, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And don't forget to spread the metta.